So, yeah. I know that this software has not been released yet. I have double checked inside of the Real Illusion website. I don't know when it's gonna be released, but there's like a pre-sale campaign going on. If you spend $200 in worthless shit, you can get a $99 program for free. I do need some new hair packs, but that only puts me up at $140 something. And out of that hair pack that I'm looking at, I only have like 2 hairstyles that I really want. So I don't think I can pull off the get it for free thing. But yeah, I accidentally stumbled because this thing kept crashing on me earlier, and I'm not gonna try working on the Unreal Engine stuff that I wanted to mess around with earlier. I kind of gave up on that. But interestingly enough, right here, not installed Cartoon Animator 5, try. I have a purchase option, and I have a product home. Let's see what happens when I click purchase. Yeah, let's connect with Google. So something's going on. Either it's going to be released tomorrow morning, okay, so I already see a little bit of fuckery. There's definitely some shenanigans going on. Not that big of a deal, but okay. So here's the purchase page. Oh, Cartoon Animator 4, $129. Alright, maybe it's not fuckery. Maybe it's just me jumping to conclusions. So if you buy Cartoon Animator 4 right now, you're going to get Cartoon Animator 5 for free. It says here somewhere, what is the price for Cartoon Animator 5? The member upgrade price is $99. So if you already have this damn thing and you want it, just wait. It says it's going to be $99. We are going to have to wait and see because this thing's available for $129 right now. So I was immediately jumping into the conclusion that, all right, there's some fuckery going on. There's $29 worth of fuckery. $30 worth of fuckery. Maybe not. Maybe they will honor their little label, whatever plans were when they wrote this, and we'll get it for $99. I do need some hair packs for my character creator characters, so I am considering going ahead and making that purchase. But you know what? I don't need it right now. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait till it gets released. And at that point, I'm going to hopefully pay the $99 to upgrade. I don't have a need for Cartoon Animator 5 anymore. I am not using the program anymore. I don't expect that I'm going to continue working with this technology. I have found for my personal needs that any 2D work that I do, I can do better with just, Adobe Animate. But we never know. I'm always open. I find this funny though. Their little advertisement stuff on their homepage. Check this out. I'm gonna refresh. Those little kids on a bike. That's a clip from my work. That's my animation right there. That's mine. That was done in Cartoon Animator 2. Crazy Talk Animator 2. That's mine right there. The Batman missions. So 2 of my clips are being used to advertise the product. And the Batman missions was created with Crazy Talk 3. And that little thing with the bikes, I forgot what the project name was called. That was done with Crazy Talk 2. So using very like more primitive versions of the tools that they're advertising for. Hopefully, I'm able to create that kind of content with this new version. If anything, we're gonna test it. I'm gonna see what happens if I actually do this. What the fuck? It says activate product. How can I activate it? Purchase the product first. I'm like, what the fuck happened there? Okay, let's see. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, maybe somebody screwed up, or maybe they're getting ready to release this, but it seems to be available to try. Let's see what happens. This is gonna be interesting. Get the resource pack. Around 28 megabytes. Sure, why not? It's downloading it, man. So as far as I can tell, it's not available on the homepage yet. So they might be pushing it through on their Reallusion Hub first, because maybe they're getting ready to release it tomorrow or within the next few days. I have a feeling they're gonna release it tomorrow because it's here. The web page hasn't been updated though. So buying it, the purchase page is not up yet. And if it is, they're hoping people are gonna screw up and buy Cartoon Animator 4 for $129. As far as the upgrade price is concerned. Look, check it out. I'm not lying. I actually have this hair pack here that I really like. $149. So now I gotta find something else that costs $51. I'm not gonna do that. That's just throwing money away because I can't think of anything else that I need. Now, of course, if you guys can make some suggestions, I might do it because the hair pack is something that I need, and eventually I am gonna buy it, but I might not need it for another 2-3 months. So I kind of don't see the need to do that right now. I may or may not need it. So that's just throwing money away as far as I'm concerned. Just on something that I may or may not need. What else we got here? I got 26 DA points. Reallusion Pub. The required product does not match. Please install the required product to the full version and update Cartoon Animator 5. What happened? The installation failed. Okay. It's available, but it's not available. So the resource pack is not detecting Cartoon Animator 5. Let's see if it actually got installed though. There it is. So the resource pack is not detecting itself. There's obviously a bug there where the resource pack does not detect that Cartoon Animator 5 is available. 10% off trial. What happens if I click this shop with 10% off CTA trial? It goes to the Cartoon Animator 4 purchase page. So okay, this is all nice and fun. Power bundle. Power Tools Volume 1. Yeah, that's bullshit. Don't buy that. Essential Tutorials free webinar. Let's take a look at their free webinar. Actor Core. Create motion comics using fast using Cartoon Animator 4. I believe it. Creating motion comics, just still characters where the mouse just goes blah 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 blah. That'll work. But the majority of the work would go into your art program, not in Cartoon Animator. So there's that. So you're really creating it. You're only using Cartoon Animator for the purpose of moving the mouth up and down, maybe the eyes and stuff. The real animation work takes place outside. So okay, so the free webinar. I'm assuming that's a placeholder. I mean, obviously at some point they're gonna have webinars for this, but not right now. I don't know. Get a screenshot of that coupon code. It might work on top of the $99 that are available. You never know. We'll give it a try. CTA trial 10 off. I'll try it, dude. I'm always looking to save some money, so maybe we'll get it for $80 or something. Let's see, 30 days left. Essential tutorials. Let's see what kind of tutorials are available. Getting started. Okay, here's some new ones. Secondary animation. Has the little octopus and some kind of jelly bean looking characters in the background. I'm assuming these are new, and these are the ones that are relevant to this new version. Freeform deformation. This is something that's available inside of Adobe Animate. They call it the envelope tool, and it applies to different sprites and well, they call them symbols in Flash. Secondary animation, freeform deformation. Yeah, I can see that being useful if it applies to any object inside of the software. If it only applies to that G3 bullshit, it's just gonna be there. It's, you know, it's a toy. I am gonna buy it, even if I'm not gonna use it professionally, because I want to be able to review it, talk about it, explore it, continue, if it's relevant, continue to develop some stuff for it. But I don't really see myself using it on my own personal work if it doesn't use something more similar to the G2 structure that allows a real character to have those real 360 turns, where I have multiple angles, like that tutorial I did today, where I literally made 10 angles and I can turn around that character in any angle that I want. If I can't do that with the latest version of these models, it's useless. I'm not going to sit here and do individual characters for every angle I want to do and then try to figure out how to flip between one angle and another character's angle, and it's just stupid, you know. It's not feasible. So let's take a look at this pipelines and render. We got stuff, of course. I like their new I like their little documentation stuff. Library. Yeah, I mean, I do like whatever they've done here. This looks like it's going to be a useful documentation section here. So, Cartoon Animator 5 is being claimed that it's compatible with iClone, Photoshop, Move, AVI, Premiere, After Effects, Blender, HitFilm, and DaVinci. All right. I know their compatibility is basically you can export an image and that image can be imported to any software that can import an image. That's not compatibility. I mean, that's like cross-platforming. It's different, man. It's I do know that you can select the sprite inside of Cartoon Animator 5 and automatically open it inside of Photoshop, hit save, and have it updated. I love that. That's great. But it's Photoshop. It's raster-based images. I have no use for that. You know, Photoshop cannot work with vectors. But it is working with Illustrator. What they are not doing is, they are not claiming compatibility with Adobe Animate, with Flash. So either they've removed it completely, or they are continuing to bury that compatibility there. And that's the strongest asset they have. The ability to work with Adobe Animate is the strongest fucking resource they have available to themselves, and they're fucking stepping over their own shoes, you know? It's ridiculous. We're gonna see what this Illustrator thing is, because Illustrator is vector-based, but it has a lot of bullshit technical methods for drawing with Bezier curves and like weird layering systems and only one drawing at a time. You can't do animation. It's fucking back-ass words. I already know. I'm coming into this thing with a predisposed bias. I've been disappointed the last 3 releases. And I am 99% sure that I'm going to be disappointed with what I'm about to see. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. So, Illustrator. Set up your SVG editor as content creator. So, okay. The ability to work with Illustrator is basically the ability to work with SVGs. So this is not about Illustrator. This is about any program that can export SVG formatted files, which is good news because Adobe Animate can export SVG files. So I can already see workarounds that we might be able to play around with. I'm gonna look at these tutorials later. That's a 7.5 minute long tutorial. EPS, import, and character setup. EPS. I forgot what this tool was called. It was developed by Macromedia. It was a competitor to Illustrator, and it used the EPS format. Now, when Adobe purchased this tool, I forgot what it was called, but it was in the days of Macromedia. They did away with it and brought it and basically chose to make Adobe Illustrator their flagship product because that was their product. So they killed off that product. EPS is no longer a relevant file format. So this tells me that they're probably not able to import a native AI, a native Illustrator file, and they are implementing this EPS format, which is got to be about 8 years deprecated since it's stopped being a relevant in production format. We're gonna see. I mean, it's still functional, but I think it's from like 2006, the last time it was actually a thing. That's interesting. Am I full of shit? Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. That's pretty much the way I remember it though. EPS is the format that belonged to the Macromedia before they got purchased by Adobe. Adobe killed off that product. The EPS is still available for import, but it's like an old formatted thing. A true Illustrator compatibility would require the ability to import .ai files. That's an Illustrator file. So they probably haven't figured out how to read that file format yet. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions. I'm going to crack this open and I'm going to play around with some of this stuff. So let's see. 30 days left. Here goes nothing. Content Manager. First time initialization will sync your online content inventory. It may take a few minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Press start. Preparing. The interface looks pretty much the same. The what is this? The resource pack. Experience the great functions with over 1,700 free assets. Their version of free assets is because their G3 shit has to be individually based. A character has 2 eyeballs. Each eyeball has the iris, the big image, the outer edge. That's another 4 sprites. So that can turn into 1,700 free assets immediately because they're counting the iris, the eyeball, the eyelash, the eyebrow, the nose. That's a little misleading. I know that for a fact. Let's see what happens if I hit download now, if I'm gonna get that error. So importing it from within here, I think it's gonna bring it in. I really like this here. The user interface looks almost the same. Has a lot of familiar feels to it, but it also has something that feels like the interface for character creator 4. it looks nice. I can see the status of the download for these actors. Some animation stuff. Demo project. Scene setup. We have a button here for After Effects export. This has always been one of the most bullshit features ever. Because if you want to export to After Effects, all you gotta do is export as an image sequence into a folder, and you drag and drop that folder into After Effects, and you got a perfect pipeline into that program. You don't need this taking up space. It does exactly the same thing. I mean, it does it worse because it doesn't let you keep track of where the stuff is at. But I'm not gonna mess with it. Let's see here. Motion Live 2D, that seems to be installed by default. Select PSD editor, okay, fine. SVG. Select SVG editor. I'm assuming they mean Illustrator. It would be interesting that since they have it set up generically, I would be interested to find out if I would be allowed to plug Adobe Animate into this button or one of the other SVG editing tools. I'm gonna have to put this thing through its paces, y'all. Let's see here. What else we got? We got a demo project. Scene and props. Just double click there. Yep, double clicking initiates a download for the resource packs. Let's double click on that one. Individual items. I'm pretty sure I already have like 1,000 free assets in here already. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 blank assets. That's 4 free resources right there. Demos. That's cool. Oh, this fucking Reallusion's big red cock. They fucking found a way to drop it in there. And this is like they're using it as an example. This is your image. This is a raster-based image, I'm assuming they mean by that. And this would be your vector. Let's test it. Let's zoom in. Yep. See, this is why you never want to work with Photoshop. You never want to work with raster-based crap, okay? Unless you're just doing something for fun, nice and easy. You don't want to work with raster-based stuff. The moment you hear Photoshop, run. This is not something that you want to use. Maybe for background work, where you can actually apply a little blur on purpose just to kind of do that. But ideally, you want to do your compositing outside of this tool. So this is a vector-based. Not entirely. Something is wacky there. Something is off. Okay. Their anti-aliasing is kind of wacky. But yeah, look. Here is a much nicer version of this cock. Seems to be a little bit more resolution independent. But somehow their anti-aliasing is doing some screwy shit. This is not supposed to be here. So maybe they're doing some bitmap caching, which the Flash-based format can do. They might still be using Flash in the background. They're just not letting you know. And if they are, that's great. I mean, we want that. But they probably got bitmap caching turned on for the vector representation. So because at some point it does get blurry. That is that's a side effect of Flash that can be done if you leave that open, if you leave that turned on, which is fine. Vector the vector caching, the bitmap caching feature of the vector format, it does help improve the frame rates. So they're probably doing some funky thing where if it goes up to a certain level, it turns on or something. But yeah, we got this. Looks a lot nicer up to a certain extent. It's good enough. So their SVG implementation, and I am more than happy to do an SVG versus Flash version if it even supports Flash anymore. So let's go into our actors. Let's delete this. Okay, I'm not able to select that. It's arrow, circle, whatever. I guess that was an animated thing. I'm not gonna screw around with it. Let's take a look and see what we have under human. We have no G2 characters whatsoever. No G2 characters. G3 human, G3 360, G3 bone. No G1, no G2. Granted, you don't use G1 anymore because G3s are pretty much the same damn thing as G1 characters. I can load up, install like Cartoon Animator 1, a Crazy Talk animator, and compare a G1 character against a G3 character. They're exactly the same thing. The only difference is that a G3 character is raster based. Maybe not anymore, but in the last previous version it was raster based. So I'm telling you, I'm coming in with all sorts of biases already, and I'm sorry, but I'm on the defensive from the start. It's really hard for me to love this program anymore. Aerial 1 front, aerial 1 side, aerial 2 front. This tells me that they have not cracked the ability to have multi-dimensional characters. This tells me that you are stuck creating content on a one angle at a time basis, or figuring out how to switch between one character to another to simulate switching from front to side. But you are not going to be able to have a character stand here, point, because that's not what these characters do. These characters can stand here and they'll be able to go like this because they can only have one angle. They're not going to give you that bottom angle of the hand even when they're standing straight. I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm willing to bet that that's what's going to happen when I drop this in here. Let's take a look. So here is this character. She's looking straight at you. She's a beautiful character. Whoever designed this, fuck. This looks amazing. Whoever designed this character, dude, you killed it. This is a raster-based character, I can tell because it gets blurry as hell. Wait a minute. As I zoom in, vectorized. What is going on here? There is a background process taking place. There's some fuckery going on here. There's a background process taking place. This looks like it might be a raster-based piece of art, and when you change the zoom level, some kind of background process is taking place that vectorizes it to attempt to make it better looking. I don't see it anymore, but here it's blurry as hell. This is not supposed to be happening. That's some bullshit going on in there. We're gonna see, dude. We're gonna really dig in. We're gonna really put this through its paces. We're gonna see what's going on. It looks beautiful though. Something is going on here where it resists the blurring up to a certain level. There's some crazy shit going on. Alright, so let's take a look at the animation controls, see what we have available to work with. And I'll show you. Spring editor. There's some new stuff in here that I'm not familiar with. Import 3D motion, face key editor, lip editor, layer editor, sound modifier, zero key. Okay. We have a 2D motion key editor. Ah, it's so ugly. So I can have my character waving their arms like this. I mean, what serious professional is going to look at this? Look at this fucking hand, dude. Look at the thumb. Hi. Hi. My name is Ibis. Welcome to my show. What the fuck is this? Are you serious with this shit? Are you really expected to do any kind of serious work with this? Look, dude. This is a beautiful character. Whoever drew this is fucking amazing. Hi, everybody. What the fuck, dude? You can't animate anything like serious like this. You're standing around looking at the audience. You're presenting something. Look, look, look. I'm talking like this. Look at my thumbs. Are you guys even bothering looking in the mirror when you're working on this shit? What the hell, man? I'm talking to you right now. I'm facing the camera. I'm facing the audience. Look at my fingers. Okay? Look at what happens when I do this. Hi, hello. My fingers are on the inside. It's the bottom of palm. I can do this. This is what it's supposed to look like, right? This, I don't know what the fuck this is. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to people? Reallusion, why would you do that? Look, how can you possibly be serious about animating anything? Hi, hello. My name is Backwards Thumbs McGee. You can't do anything serious with this shit, man. Do we have the ability to change the sprite, maybe? Can we do that? I don't know. Maybe we do, but I shouldn't have to. My default function should allow me for a default presentation. Hi, look at my hand. My name is blah blah blah. Even if I only have one angle to work with, my hand should be this hand at the very least, not this. Anybody looking at this, I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me, right? Okay, what else we got? Ooh, what the fuck was that? That was pretty. Whatever that was. I don't know what I did. That. What the hell was that? You saw that? Dude, that was fucking sweet, okay? That was alright. That was sweet. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I think the camera's getting animated somehow. Why did it do that? I don't know. There's a little bit of awesomeness happening with the skirt that I can't quite put my finger on. It's a separate piece. Okay? So that skirt, okay, so that character has a skirt flap that somehow has been assigned as a sub prop to it. And it's got the back and the front. The back is going to the back and the front's going to the front. The back is going to the back and the front is going to the front. The back is going to the back and the front is sticking to the front. That's a big achievement. That is a step in the right direction. The back is in the back. I'm getting delirious. The front is in the front. Okay. That is an achievement. If this can be applied to different props and be done for hair, hats, that whatever the hell that is, that could be big. That might be big, okay? I like that. Just that layering thing alone. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. But there's some nice fuckery going on. That doesn't forgive this hand bullshit, okay? You haven't fixed this. Let's see if we can remove the object animation. Yep, we still have that. This camera thing, can we turn that off? Because I don't want to see this animated camera. Yeah, we can turn that off. Let's see. So, all right, this happens when I first hit play. This tells me there's some kind of similar, or I'm assuming that this has some kind of physics thing happening here. Or it feels like that physics thing with like the hair in iClone, where you get the first few frames for the physics to come in. So maybe when she walks around, this is part of that secondary motion thing. I bet that's what it is. Let me see here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. 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 Yes. Yes. That's what that is. It's got some kind of physics-based secondary motion thing, and it's based on your movement. So there's some physics taking place in there. That is a fucking step in the right direction. Too bad it's only for one angle. It's still good because one angle characters can still be used for just props. You know, fuck characters. This is useless for characters. But for props that a G2 character can use, that right there. That's good. Looks like the hair is doing it too. That's fucking awesome. That is fucking amazing, okay? That right there. Good. That is a step in the right direction. I don't know what to say. The G3 character bullshit. That's not gonna fly. That whatever this is with the secondary motion and the physics, that's fucking awesome. And I am just so sad to see it wasted on this single angle thing. You guys are smart. I know you guys can do multiple angle characters. You don't want to focus on the G2 character structure. That's fine. You know, you don't want to advance that. That's fine. But why can't you do multiple angle G3 characters? I know you guys can figure that out. It shouldn't be hard for you guys. If you can do something like this awesome, why can't you do something simple as allowing this to actually be this? I'm perplexed. Fuck, that is awesome. That is fucking beautiful, man. That is beautiful. I don't have enough words in my vocabulary to be able to express how beautiful the ability to have a sub object attached to something else automatically in the back and in the front, and that on top of that you got some kind of crazy physics thing going on. That's fucking amazing. Jesus, that's fucking amazing. But as a content creator, if I want to tell a story, you're telling me that I have to do multiple angles, actually cut my thing. You're limiting me to one shot at a time, forcing me to change to a different character in order to get a different angle. I'm gonna point something out. I'm gonna point something out, man, and don't take it the wrong way. Okay? You guys have to fix this. Reallusion, I hope you're listening to this. Watch this. Does that look right to you? Do you think that as your customer base that we deserve to be treated like idiots? Look at it. Does that look right to you? Look at this hand. I can accept this hand. This is the left hand at a 45-degree angle, right? Or 270, I don't know. Look at the right hand. You couldn't take 30 seconds to make that hand from scratch, or flip it horizontally to have this thumb on the outside. Look, this is how physics work. This is how reality works. This is my left hand. Look at my thumb. This is my right hand. Look at my thumb. Outside of the hand, inside of the hand. Do you see how reality works, guys? Come on. You guys have hands. And I'm sorry. You guys treat us like idiots. You treat us like we're stupid. So if my tone makes you feel like you're stupid, it's not an accident. Look, it's very simple. All you gotta do is look in a mirror when you're designing these things. Hand, thumb, outside of the hand, inside of the hand. Something so tiny and minuscule, you guys could have fixed this. This hand is fucked up. No. Look at this. Layering issue. Is this the back leg? This has got to be the leg that goes in the back, right? This is the leg in the back. But why is it in the front? Look at this shoe, man. I mean, Guys, if I criticize you, if I criticize this software, it's because I love it. I want to be verbal about it. I want you guys to know how I feel as a passionate, devoted customer. I want you guys to know how I feel. Back leg. Where's the quality? Where's the quality control? This is the back leg. Why is it in the front? Fuck that. That is terrible. The back leg is in the front. The front leg is in the back. The back leg is bigger than the front. What the fuck? Okay. I love this shit. I'm fucking delirious, man. I've been up too long. I need more caffeine. But this is awesome, okay? Yeah. Dude, what the hell? Fix that Reallusion. Come on. You haven't released the product officially yet. Get your programmers. Get somebody on the line. Hell, give me a call. I'll fix this shit for you. I'll do it for free. Wow. Miscellaneous. What do we have here? Holy crap, that looks beautiful. No, in all seriousness, man, if I criticize this tool, it's because I devoted so many hours to it. I'm very passionate about it. I love the tool. Okay? It's easy for somebody to come at me and say, wait, if you don't like it, don't use it. Well, fuck you. I love the tool. Why wouldn't I use it? That's not the point. The point is, I use it. I use the hell out of it. And I need it to work. I want it to work. There's so much potential in there. And you guys have the ability to do it. Look at this fucking gradient. That's awesome. If this is vector and it's supporting this gradient, that's fucking big, y'all. I don't know what's going on though. If this is vector, it's got some bitmapped caching taking place, which is it's a blessing and it's a curse. Because bitmap caching means that it'll take a vector-based image based on the zoom level or whatever, or it'll try to cache a raster-based thing that is very CPU intensive at first. But once you have everything loaded up, it'll run smoother. You can get away with a lot. I get it. I get the need for it. But you guys don't need this. You guys just need to be more verbal about teaching people how to optimize their vector artwork, and you won't need to rely on bitmap caching. That's all I gotta say. No, it's not all I gotta say, but that's all I gotta say for that at this time. This is pretty right here. This, look at this, vectorized 100%. So there's some kind of caching. I don't know what that means, vectorized. Is it a bitmap image and it's vectorizing it as I change the zoom level? Or it's a vector image and it's bitmap caching it. That is very, very weird language. I don't understand what's going on. But I do know that if this is a vector image, just this little section here is a fucking nightmare. If this is a vector image, there's a lot of points that are going on, that are happening. This section here is it's not ideal to have, but you have it, and you're doing I think you're doing some kind of bitmap caching, so I think that's how you're getting away with it. FPS running at 60, 90 frames, 91 frames, 92 frames per second. I mean, that's with the still image. I'm not animating it yet, so I don't know. I do like the gradient work. So that's nice. Whoever designed these, whoever you guys got this time around to design your characters, they're really good. They did a good job. These guys here, I hope you fucking fired their ass. These are like the stupidest fucking characters I've ever seen. Fuck these characters. Whoever designed these, I hope you fired them. Like, as soon as they turned them in. I realize you have to release your product as is at some point, but those characters are just stupid. Stupid with a capital Stu. Mr. Jean-Pierre. That's cute. I know the modern aesthetic tends to lean on less outlines and things like that. This is so dumb. Let's look in character composer and let's see what's going on in here. I mean, I think whoever designed this guy has probably looked in a mirror before. This is passable. Eh. It does this. This is natural, not this bullshit. So, okay. Whatever this is, what is this? What are these dots? Yo, what is this? What are these dots? Are these like the bones? What is this? Dude, I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, is that an eye? So why is this like that? No? So this is being labeled as the nose. I have no idea what's going on there with that blue. This is... Oh, I like that. I was designing my G2 characters something like this before. I think... No, never mind. I was talking out of my ass. I thought you guys did something amazing and I spoke too soon. It would be great if you would allow for the design of the characters to include the upper teeth as part of the face. Because in any kind of design, animation work, and in reality, the top teeth are part of the skull. They never move. The only thing that moves is the jaw. So these teeth in this mouth hole should, from a technical perspective, from a creative perspective, always be part of the skull, of the face. And the bottom part, the chin, should be separate as a jaw movement so that when a character talks, there should be some masking effect that takes place so that we can see the inside of the mouth go expand in and out, but the top teeth should never move. That's something that you guys need to crack if you're ever gonna be like taken seriously, or if you ever want to be taken seriously. Those upper teeth need to be part of the skull by default. It should have a mechanism for that. We shouldn't have to find workarounds for it. I mean, a lot of it has to do with education. So, you know, I guess somebody like me has to make the effort to just kind of talk shit about you in order to push you guys along. I don't know what the hell this is. Is this like a little marionette thing? Mouth 1, mouth 2. I don't know. There's something going on here. I like it more than I hate it. There is something going on here. Left. So you have the ability to do different angles, but this is basically a mirror of this. And these angles got screwed up when I did that. there seems, in my mind, I'm seeing a potential leeway for these alone. Does the body have it? No, see, only one angle for the body. All right, well, the head is a step in the right direction, guys, but it took out 2 years. It's a step in the right direction. Wow. Okay. This is good. This is interesting. There's interesting stuff going on in here. This is an individual sprite. I don't know how any of this comes together. Honestly, G3 characters make me want to puke. So I stopped paying attention to them, and I've never wanted to have anything to do with them. So what's going on there? I don't know what these things are. Are these like the bone representation? Are these the new symbols that represent bones? No, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of hours going through your manual. And for anybody looking at this video, guys, any criticism that comes out of my mouth, as blunt or as offensive as it might seem, is really just coming from me being a passionate user of this software. I love this tool. I devoted so many years to it. I developed my own tools to help make it better. And it's really, that's where it's coming from. And I don't care how Reallusion takes it. I don't care how anybody else takes it. That's the way it is. My criticisms are based on my need to want to make this program better. And I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I have nothing to win. I'm not sponsored. I'm not an employee of Reallusion. I don't care for any of that. I'm a user. It's a tool that I have in my tool belt. And I want my tool to work. I want the tool to allow me to do what's in my mind, to be able to create. I don't want my creation to be limited by the tool. And this is a lot what was happening with Adobe Flash, Adobe Animate. A lot of these people who were using this, even at first, they were building short films. Even now, you can see this. I mean, a good example of this is Unreal Engine. Everybody that's using Unreal Engine right now, that's an independent animator or whatever, that's not getting paid millions of dollars or thousands of dollars to do the work, they're creating these short films. Why do you think all these short films are using robots or Gundam fighters or these things with masks? So they don't have to animate the mouths moving and synchronize them with voice, because that particular part of the software is really shitty and hard to work with. So they're creating their short films based on the limitations available to them. I'm not able to accurately lip sync and have the stuff sync and work with audio very well in Unreal Engine. So I'm gonna make my short films with robots or people that have helmets on. That's how this is. These guys can only do this. All right, so I'm gonna limit myself to having a character talking with his arms crossed or behind their back or away from the camera. That's not how you make films. You shouldn't let the tool dictate the kind of content that you can produce. You need to freaking have that ability in your mind, that concept, and be able to express it through the tool, and the tool has to allow you to do it. Okay? Limitations, fuck that. You need to be able to have your characters speak and move in the way that you need them to move in order to tell your stories. So let's see here. And, and again, the only type of character that will really efficiently and easily allow you to do that is a G2 character. Not just in the way that it will move, not just in the way that you can change the angles around and work with motion capture and things, but in the way that you can present them on the screen. They're resolution and independent. They're vector-based nature. That is big. So it's a combination of those two factors. I probably wouldn't enjoy working with G2 characters as much if I had to build them in Photoshop, which I have. That series, that Batman Missions series, those characters, we used Photoshop to create the sprites for those characters. Pain in the ass. Serious workarounds all over the place. I never want to do that again. But it can be done. And in order to get anything to look decent that you're doing with Photoshop, the resolution has to be big. I'm sorry. Vector-based, you can get away with something that you need in Photoshop to be 6 megabytes. It'll be maybe 26 kilobytes as a Flash-based object. All right, so I can see that Cartoon Animator 5 still doesn't support the ability to create text. Something so basic. You have this bullshit here, text editor, which places text in this bullshit predefined dialog box. You can't modify that. You've never been able to modify that. You go back to Cartoon Animator, Crazy Talk Animator 2, Cartoon Animator 1. I don't think it was available in 1. Maybe it was, I don't remember. But this is the same exact fucking component that was available in Cartoon Animator 2. You are not able to edit this shape. You can't edit it. What if you want this to be round? What if you want this to have a different color? What if you want this to have the little spiky exclamation point bullshit? You can't do it. This is a simple fucking box with the ability to enter text. I can't spell. I went to public school. Sue me. But that's all you can do with this shit. This is stupid, and it takes up a whole panel, a whole section in the tools panel. This component is the most bullshit component I've ever seen. You can't edit it. You can't make your own. What if I wanted to go in Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop even? You love Photoshop so much. Why can't I go into Photoshop? Create my own text thing, add my own little functionality to change my text the way I want. Why can't I have predefined components that allow me to have multiple chat boxes or just the ability to have text? I don't want this background. What if I just want to be able to type in hello world? Apply. Okay, I got rid of the outline. What if I don't want the stupid background? What if I just want the text? The ability is there. Why can't I just have the text? I want to build a credit sequence for my film. The ability to put something with text is there, man. Why can't I put the title of my film natively inside of Cartoon Animator 5? I've never been able to do it before. If I want text, I have to drop in this bullshit dialog box. And I'm not allowed. You guys have kept the secret to do these yourself. I'm pretty sure it's something very simple and basic that I can go in there in Adobe Animate, create a background, create a predefined structure, give it a name, an instance name to a movie clip symbol. I'm pretty sure this is how it works. I just don't know. I just don't know the specifics. But I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I'm pretty sure this is a basic Flash movie with some basic action script. I think you guys have forgotten how this was done. You never published the documentation on how it's done. So you are limiting the developers, the creators' ability to do custom text boxes, custom texts. This would be huge, man. Just give people the ability to do basic text. You know, fuck this background. Nobody needs this. Nobody's doing cartoons with little dialogue boxes. Okay, that's stupid. But just the ability to put text, Drop a text right there. Title of my movie. Hello world. Boom. By itself. That would be huge, man. Come on. You haven't released the product yet. Go back to the drawing board. Give yourself an extra 8 hours. Figure it out. Or please release the API so that people like me can take it and fix it for you. I'm happy to do it, man. I want this fixed. I want the ability. Creating text is such a simple feature. It should be there. I'm gonna make like an official video later on, like outlining all the stuff that I'm finding out that I'm seeing here. But it's kind of bullshit. Come on, guys. I know your marketing team is all about, you know, spinning, you know, creating a spin on all of this, but let's be real, man. Create media. What does this do? All right, so it gives me the ability to start a prop, a scene, an image there, or a background. The curiosity bug is starting to hit me. I'm gonna go straight for some of the things that I need that hopefully you guys haven't fucked up. I'm hoping that I can continue to work with Flash. I'm gonna test it out. And that right there is gonna be the deciding factor of whether or not I'm gonna give you the fuck you, or I'm gonna continue to give this software a chance. I'm gonna continue to, even if it's not giving me the tools that I need for my workflow, this is gonna decide whether I'm gonna continue to support you financially and with my tutorials and with my development that I do outside, okay? Because I am a third-party developer. I have developed tools that fix a lot of your issues, and you guys are seriously not listening. I mean, you're really not listening. You're listening to idiots that work with Photoshop, that do not know how to create their own stuff, that think that creating characters with a single angle, because that's all they know how to do, and they end up doing this bullshit. You're listening to those guys. Why? I'm getting worked up. You know what I do when I get worked up? It is Miller time. Miller time. Little glass. Get a little bit of 7-Up. A little bit of the old Buchanan's. I'm gonna need a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more than that. Come on, you can do it. All right. You can do it. You can do it. This is gonna get real, guys. Woo! If this shit doesn't work, the shit is gonna hit the fan. Dude, if this does not work, oh my God. We are going to have issues. Fuck issues. We're gonna have subscriptions. Oh, dude. Can you feel the tension? All right. I'm almost scared to even try, y'all. What the fuck? Whew. No. I need more. I can't do it yet. Woo! Come on. Okay. File. New. Guys, I'm serious. If you guys fuck this up, this shit is going to hit the fan. I'm serious, guys. Please, please. Please don't have fucked this up. I'm begging you. Where's my stylus? Oh, you're so lucky right now. I think you're throwing some karma shit at me, right? If I lost my stylus, I won't be able to test this. Woo! We're gonna do a basic bouncing ball test, but in order to do that, I need a ball to bounce. I'm not gonna waste my time doing something intricate. But I do need a ball, and I need it to be vector based. Just make it blue. Maybe the star's a little yellow. We're gonna make this as pretty as we can make it. We're gonna bust out the Toon Titan. Come on. We're gonna bust out that Toon Titan. We're gonna make this a real pretty motherfucking ball. And hopefully, I'm not gonna go through all that trouble to see it fail. Oh my God, I'm just building up the anticipation for myself, y'all. Oh God. I feel like I'm about to go riding on one of those crazy theme park rides right now. I feel my gut just like butterflies in my stomach, like really like hurting, you know? It's like, damn. I'm gonna go through the trouble to make this fucking ball really pretty. Because we're gonna animate a bouncing ball inside of Cartoon Animator. And this shit better work. Okay, nice cel-shaded ball. You know what? We're gonna do monochromatic outlines. Holy shit. We're gonna make this ball look fucking beautiful. Okay, just select. It's gonna be one beautiful ball that we're gonna bounce. I'm gonna give it monochromatic outlines and everything. Going all out with this stupid graphic. I'm pulling out no stops here, guys. We are seriously gonna do some damage with the artwork of this damn ball. All right. All right. Is the anticipation getting to you guys? How's the anticipation, guys? Have a beautiful, professionally drawn fucking ball that I'm getting ready to do a bouncing ball animation inside of Cartoon Animator 5. F8 symbol ball. I can export this using the regular tools, but why not use my own custom tools, right? Extension, Puppet Producer. We're going to use the export feature. The item that's selected, export that as a prop. Selected symbol. Put it on my desktop. Yes. All right. Woo! What the hell is Cloud Dino Raid? What does that mean? Cloud Dino Raid. Cloud Dino Raid. What is that? Explain yourself, sir. Are you a bot spamming my feed? Oh shit. Alright, bring them, bring them. We need viewers because I'm talking shit about Reallusion and Cartoon Animator 5. And people need to hear this shit. Bring me your viewers, bro. Oh my god. Is the anticipation getting to you? Here's the moment of truth. We have a simple ball prop. We created it inside. I created it inside of Adobe Animate, vector-based program. It's always worked before and it needs to continue working because that is the most professional, best fucking tool that you could ever use in conjunction with Cartoon Animator. No matter what you say, no matter what you believe that Flash is dead, Flash is not dead. The Flash plugin is dead. But here it is. Here's the Flash player after it's been discontinued for about a year. Why is that? Because it's still relevant. You can use this in Adobe After Effects. You can use this format in Premiere. It's a very useful tool. Look at this. Properties. This ball is 1.70 kilobytes. This is a very relevant format, guys. Resolution independent. Are y'all ready? I don't know. Maybe we can talk about it. Can I make you an intro? We can talk about it. You're gonna have to convince me. Whew! It's giving me the option. It's giving me the option to bring this in as a rigged prop. I don't know what the hell that is. It's giving me the option as a static image. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what any of this is. Let me pull up Cartoon Animator 4 and let me show you what's supposed to happen, okay? I know this is like anticipation building. If you send me your link, my email address is ibis@toontitan.com, or you can post it here. I'm sure I'll see it in the comments, but sometimes I am probably too old for that. Send to my email, ibis@toontitan.com. Send me a link to what it is that you're talking about. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, and yeah, I am probably too old for that. I'm a lot old for most things these days. All right, this is being used. I'm gonna select rigged prop. I don't know what the hell this is. It dropped it in there. So far, so good, guys. I am not cursing Reallusion yet. But this is what's supposed to happen, okay? I take my ball prop I drop it in here, and I have a ball prop inside of Cartoon Animator. This ball prop is resolution independent. It doesn't matter how much I zoom into it. It's always gonna look crispy. It's always gonna look sharp. It's never gonna get blurry. That's why you never want to use Photoshop. That's why you never want to use any raster-based programs. And it's only 1.70 kilobytes. Okay? And I could make this even more optimized, all right? I'm gonna stop talking shit about that. Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. But yeah, I'll send me your email, ibis@toontitan.com. I'm actually in the middle of a drunken rant right now. I took 2 sips of this shit. I didn't eat anything all day. So it's hitting me, and I'm finding out there's a lot of fuckery going on inside of Reallusion. But I have a rigged prop. I don't know what the hell that is. It's a different process. What is this preview function? I don't know. But I guess it expects you to add bones to something that you bring in. Like those crispy chicken nuggets. Who doesn't love crispy chicken nuggets? Come on. I have a vector-based ball created with an SWF symbol. Okay. I don't want to celebrate yet, guys. Come on. I can't celebrate yet. I'm going to zoom in on this. If this shit gets blurry, I'm going to get pissed off. Fuck, it did not get blurry. Thank you. Thank you for not fucking this up. The lines are crisp, clean. It doesn't get blurry. This is so hard, man. Let me show you why I'm so passionate about this. Let me go exports. Because if I had done this in Photoshop, I would have ended up with a PNG file. Oh, that's a GIF. I don't think this is going to support a GIF image. I would have ended up with a PNG file. Export. Well, thank you. I went out of my way to make sure the stupid ball had cell shading and coloring in there because I wanted it to be very spectacular when this thing failed. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it didn't fail. So I do have an actual cartoon ball that I'm going to be able to use here. But this is what would have happened. If I would have done this in Photoshop, I would have ended up with this prop here. Okay, this is bullshit. This is an extra step I don't want to do. I don't want to have to go into this mode and then get out of it. But fine, I'll learn to live with it. Okay, I have 2 balls, right? They look exactly the same right now. Are they the same? Let me zoom in. No, look at the difference. This is the bitmap based ball. This is the vector based ball. This is what you would have done in Photoshop. Look at this bullshit. Fuck this ball, man. Who the hell wants to do professional work that's fucking blurry? Fuck that. Thank you for not fucking this up, Reallusion. That's all I care about right now. This has always worked, and if you guys are so adamant about removing SWF and flash-based functionality out of your software, this shit was gonna hit the fan. But so far so good. I have a vector-based prop inside of your software. So that's good news. Let's see if we can do something with it. It's 23. We're going to reduce the frames to 23. We're going to set it to that. And this is going to be perpetual. There's no easing in or easing out doing. I just want to see it move. It's serviceable. It's fine. Okay, I have a bouncing ball. Let's fuck with it. Why do I have two? Why do I have two? Why are they two here? What the hell's going on? What? What the hell happened? What is that? What? Alright, let's see. We have a bouncing ball. Let's take a look at the timeline. I might have done something wrong. I don't know. Transform. I got a keyframe here. I'm gonna move it to the middle. I don't know what's going on. If I take this, okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so why that happened? That was weird, huh? I don't know what that was. But at some point I had two balls at the same time. There's some kind of weird bug in there somewhere. I don't know how I did it. I'm gonna have to look at the video later. Totally not sus. Exactly. Exactly. Totally not sus. I don't know what the hell happened there. But all of a sudden it turned into two balls. I don't think I did anything particularly different. What the hell did I do? But it showed me two balls at the same time with the little guideline over here and the ball over there. Hit replay on your live. You'll see it. I'm not making this up. I mean, it's like a 30-second Mandela effect. I know I saw it. I don't know how to replicate it. I don't know what I did. I do know what I did. I started by making this small. But now it's working the way it's supposed to. Okay. Here's the thing. When people try to do a bouncing ball animation, they always want to squeeze the hell out of it when you start. So you end up with something stupid that looks like this. Why? Why do you do that? A ball doesn't fucking squash like that. I can show you a ball right now. They barely touch, and not at the start. Don't ever do that. Let's remove that. We're gonna put the squash at the end because that's when it's hitting that pavement or whatever that line is. I'm gonna do that right there. And don't overdo it because it's not made out of jelly. Don't overdo it. So when it goes here, it needs to pop, okay? Don't start with the squeeze. It needs to be squeezed at the end and then it needs to pop. So that's kind of, that's physics. But it's not doing it. It's kind of doing it. Now here, at some point here, it's gonna pick up speed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find, and I'm pretty sure it used to have the ability to play around with easing in and out. But I can't remember how it was done. Transition curve. When a ball hits the ground, it's gonna have a lot of force. So it has the maximum amount of energy at the start like that. It's got boom. As it goes up, it loses. It's fighting against gravity, so it's losing its energy. So it's gonna slow down. Decelerate. Let's see what that looks like by default. How do I do it? Do I double click? I don't know how to do it. How do I apply it? How do I apply the effect? Because it doesn't seem like it's working. Or is it and I'm just not noticing it? It's not doing it. I'm selecting it. That thing is selected. The clip is selected. Transition curve. That's selected. There's no apply button. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Okay, it says 50%. Let me see what happens at 100%. Nothing happens. What the fuck? How do you use this feature? As it goes up, it has to lose its energy. So it has to look like this right here. Do I double click it? Do I drag it onto the ball? Do I drag it onto the timeline? Do I double click? I'm running out of options. What do I do? How the hell do I apply that transition curve to that animated effect? Like this one should be obvious because it's doing all sorts of wacky shit, right? If that's selected, it's still not doing it. So I may have to just manually animate this. No, let's figure out how to do this the right way. Let's see here, curve. Do I have to enable this curve option here? No, that's not it. What the hell? What the hell is going on? Transition curve. What happened? Am I missing something? Let's go back to Cartoon Animator 4 and let's see how it's supposed to work. Maybe it's me. Maybe I forgot how to work with this. Drop the ball. Goes up to here. Go there. Timeline. Transform. Select it. Wow, that's too slow. Okay, so the ball is going up. Right click, transition curve. Select decelerate. Let's select that one. No. I think this is on me. I'm doing something wrong. I think this one is on me. But what am I doing wrong? Not good. Not good. Do I have to select both items? That might be it. That's it. All right, we figured it out. We have to click 2 keyframes and you're gonna apply the transition curve between 2 keyframes, not just the first one, which technically it should only be the first one because it applies to the rest of the, whatever. All right, that's what we did wrong. Let's see it in action in Cartoon Animator 5. We select 2 keyframes. It does kind of make sense. From here to here, we wanted to decelerate. I don't see anything happening. I guess it's because it's kind of fast. Let me make this big. To just make it a little more obvious. Yeah. Okay, it is working. So I'm going to select from here to here. It's going to decelerate. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay, that's good. We're going to make it up to 14. So I guess we're going to do a 28 frame sequence. All right. We figured it out. It's not your fault, Reallusion. This one was on me. So from here to here, so as it goes up, it needs to lose energy. So it gets, it's more frames at the top than at the bottom. But as it falls down, it needs to gain energy. It gets faster and faster and faster. And that is why when it hits the ground, that's why it's going to squeeze a little bit. All right. At the start of the animation, never fucking squash it, okay? Never do that. Never do that. And that applies to anything. That could be a frog jumping. That could be a guy jumping into a pool. That's how squash and stretch works. So, okay. Here, it's squeezing a little bit. So from this frame to this frame, we are going to do a transition curve, and we're going to accelerate. Perfect. So we have that. I don't really see the squeeze happening too much. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. But it's happening in there, but when it's playing, I don't see it. Now, as it picks up speed, there should be some kind of squeezing or physics taking place where it squeezes in the direction of the push. So there's a lot of energy going here. So the energy should be focused more on squeezing forward. Let's get our bearings straight. So, boom. There we go. And then as it comes down, and as it picks up speed, we should be able to get a little bit of squeezing in the direction of the action. All right, let's take a look at that. Better. We're not getting enough frames to really contemplate that bounce. So I'm going to adjust this and give this an extended frame right there. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of sketchy. All right, let's get a little bit more extreme and aggressive with it. Skip a few frames. Let's get a little bit more aggressive with it. Let's have it start a little bit more up here. There we go, starting to get better. Let's add a little overlapping action. That's when you go past the point. Move that keyframe there. All right, it's getting there. From the moment this thing squeezes, it needs to come back with the power that forces this frame to just pop into place. Right there. That might be it. Now we can add some additional bullshit at the end. Maybe a slight rotation. Now, if this had some kind of envelope tool, then we could actually tweak this squash and stretch to be more realistic, because this is not realistic at all. This stretching should hit the ground. This should be flat on this side. So let's see what this does. Fuck, look at this. So this is definitely one of those new features. Now we have a true squash because it's hitting splat against the ground. It's not just being bent around. Wow. Oh no. Oh fuck. You almost had it, Reallusion. Why? Wow. That sucks. So it's tweening from here into that squash formation. That squash formation shouldn't really happen until it hits the ground. Damn. Let's see if I can make up for that. Wow. That's some shit right there. How do we fix that? I mean, we obviously have the tools to make this work. This envelope tool is fucking awesome. So as this goes up, it needs to go this way. So it needs to look more like this. And over here, does it have a reset function? Wow, it looks like shit. Wow. Yeah. I don't have any words for that. Okay, let's undo a lot of the stuff that we did and see if we can go back a little bit. terrible. How many undos do I get? Edit. I'm out of undos. So by default, you have a limited number of undos. I'm pretty sure you can change that. So this also sucks. But that might be on me. Go up. Down. Let's get rid of this. Am I able to copy properties? I don't think so. Edit. Or maybe from here. Transform. Copy. Yeah, I can kind of do it that way. Alright, but we are able to animate a freaking bouncing ball. Now let's see if we can do it properly. I think I'm gonna have to bring this here and use these last keyframes to do the squash. We really don't want it to bend or squash until it actually hits the ground. And we want it to bend down. Why did it go all the way down like that? That is so weird how it's handling that. Maybe if I do a reset here. So we'll go like that. See, it goes in. It's so weird. Why does it do that? It's got some presets here. It's going to require some experimentation, but why does it go all the way down like that? That is really weird. Okay. Maybe I can just kind of do that. I shouldn't have to though. Yeah, it has to squeeze like that. But when it gets here, it has to do that squash. This is a really nice tool though. to squash against the object that is hitting. So that's good enough. But why is it getting there and then doing it? Do I not have the curve set up? Accelerate. It can only do it between two keyframes. But it's good enough, I guess, because these I kind of did manually. That is really janky. Okay, I just gotta fix the timing now, I guess. Staying in the air too long. Animating this by hand, if I would have just drawn this sequence, I probably would have been finished within 3 minutes. But this is the comparison. How hard is it to actually get something decent? And I'm not quite there. The movement is right. It's about right, but the timing doesn't feel right. The smoothing, I don't know, something is, it's not moving properly. Let me give it more frames. Maybe that's what it needs. I don't know. Staying up there a little too long. I don't know why that transition curve is not doing what it's supposed to do. It's just hanging in the air too damn long. why there's like 10 frames where the thing is just hanging in the air. Why? What am I doing wrong? There's this whole 10 frame sequence where it's not doing anything. I don't know. It's really fucking janky. There's some technical bullshit happening here that I guess people just gotta familiarize themselves with. But it's really fucking odd. Why does it spend so much time in the air like that? 100% decelerate, and then from here to here, from here to here, accelerate. It's really crazy. It shouldn't be doing that. See, that's also something that I don't agree with. My envelope warping has been set up so that it squashes down, but if I rotate it, the warping kind of goes out there. All right, that's people can live with that, right? That's fine. Let's see what happens when you reuse that one. Yeah, that's not it. All right. Well, I think that's about as good as a bouncing ball experiment is going to get. It is not very pretty. And that is about as simple and basic an animation sequence as you can probably make. It's not behaving properly. Let's see if we can reduce the number of frames. Let's make it 20. Yeah, there's just some fuckery happening here. It just jumps. There should be a lot of frames here at the front, at least 3 frames at the top. I'm gonna animate this by hand and I'm gonna just kind of fix it. So this is supposed to be up here at this point. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be maybe over here. This is maybe here. This probably here. And somewhere right there. When you do it by hand and you know what you're supposed to be doing, you see the results. The automated functions, not so good. That's a bouncing ball. It still has a little too much squash and stretch, but the timing is a lot better. We can still fix more of it. So, I mean, if you know what you're supposed to be doing, if you're animating and stuff, and you want to do more manual work, then you're probably going to get better results, obviously. But it's kind of sad that some of the tools that are supposed to be doing this kind of thing don't seem to allow you to do it properly. But I do like the little, I don't know what it's called. The little mesh warping thing. That's gonna come in very handy, I'm sure. Oh, my buzz is wearing out. I believe that as long as they don't fuck with Adobe Animate, I don't care if you start leaving it out of your documentation. Don't take it out of the software. And we're not going to have any issues because people are going to be able to continue working with their workflow. It obviously works perfectly fine. I was able to do a quick bouncing ball animation. I'm glad I took the time to make the shading nice and pretty. Let's see if it'll handle a character. Create character. Human based on SVG template. Ooh, that's new. Human based on PSD template. Open file. I don't know what an SVG template is. Please select an SVG editor. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There's probably going to be some documentation that I got to look at. Human template. Let's open a file. Let's see what our options are. Are we able to bring in a G2 template? Okay, this is a complete character template for Cartoon Animator 4. It's a fully rigged character, 10 angles. Let's see what happens. Invalid image file. Nothing. That's fine. I expected that. It's fine. Actor. Now, in order to work with G2 characters, we do require a G2 base model. I think this buddy bullshit. I think that is a G2. G2. Let's bring that one in, because we need a G2 character to use as a base. It doesn't matter what it is. Now, there was some bugs before where if the character didn't have specific sprites, like this one doesn't have like the middle parts of the legs as sprites, it would cause issues. But I don't know, we'll see. Maybe they fixed that, or maybe it's not a thing, but okay. Now let's bring in that pumpkin stain. We have a G2 character. Now, to what extent, I don't know. Do we still have the tools, like the ability to fix the bones and the joints and all that stuff, the joint masking? Here is my basic walk. Ooh, what the fuck is that? Okay, I see they haven't fixed that. That is a limitation on the software based on the timeline. For whatever reason, it's piggybacking off of the main timeline. That is a fucked up piece of behavior, and it should be fixed. So let's put this to 500 frames long, and that should fix that, as long as it's longer than the required frames. Reillusion. If you are hiring and you need somebody to work in maybe quality control, give me a call. I would love to help you make this product better, because there's a lot of stuff that you're missing. I extended the frames, it's still not doing it. So now we get into the realm of bugs, because that having more frames available should have fixed it. Okay, I guess I have to also extend this range here. That's what it is. It's not a bug, it's just something you guys haven't really fixed yet. It's something that, it's a limitation that you guys have had for the last, since the beginning of this tool. The sprite switching somehow feels a little bit smoother, but I don't know what it is. I don't think you guys have done anything special. Let's see if we are able to bring in an animated sprite as part of a body. Good. Good. So far, I think I am fine as long as I can continue to work with G2 characters and exploit this particular structure of character. I don't think I have a need to upgrade unless some of the new functions with the dynamic stuff will allow me to work with these characters. We'll see. I have to read the documentation, right? A G3 character cannot do this. These is a multiple angles within one character. Any character that doesn't do this is bullshit. It's only helpful if you're doing talking head videos. Let's see what happens if we do the magic wand. Is the magic wand tool available? Okay, you scared me there for a minute because I looked over there and I didn't see it. It's right there. You scared me there. You scared the shit out of me. Oh, hang on. Something else that I'm noticing. Nope, it's not fixed. This thing here is this little wacky thing that's never been fixed, that it kind of tilts around the hip and everything. That I can't expect it to get fixed, but you know, I'm pointing it out. Let's take a look at the joint masks. Yeah, they still work as expected. This. Let's see if we can fix that. One of the angles has a joint mask that is not quite there. Let me see if it still does it. Yeah, it's been fixed, so it doesn't do that. So, you know, just tweaking and stuff, you can fix these little issues. Not a big deal, you know, I just spend a few minutes fixing it. You'll be all right. I really wish you guys would focus on providing better support for multi-angle characters. And we don't have to call them G2 characters. Multi-angle, they can be G3 characters with multiple angles. You know, make some effort, guys, to cater to the professional level guys, to the more advanced users, the ones who actually want to create original content from scratch. And we understand that animation work is difficult. It's hard. We're willing to put up with it. We are willing to give you our money so that we can work hard. You got a good user base with the amateur crowd. Nobody's taking that away from you. You can continue doing the Photoshop thing, the single angle thing, the basic thing. But your tool is capable of so much more. And I'm not the only one who uses this software and actually attempts to create more advanced things. This tool can be so much better. I like a lot of what I've seen so far. I don't know if any of the new features apply to me. So once again, well, that 9-point warp tool, it's available in Flash. I use it a lot. So I know that that's gonna apply to me. So yeah, that's good. Will that apply to something like this? It doesn't. It only applies to props, not characters, apparently. Or maybe, or at least not G2 characters. Let's see if it applies to a G3 character. Yeah. So obviously, you can do it on a G3 character. That's nice, man. That's really fucking awesome. You have an envelope tool that you can use on a fully rigged, well, on a rigged character. That's great. Obviously, you didn't bother. You didn't even take a look at the G2 stuff, did you? I can't use it. That's so disappointing. Okay. Let's not dwell on that. What else we got? Successfully import 14. I think you meant imported. Spell check issue. And I can't spell. I went to public school. I'm just pointing it out, man, because I'm on a roll. Getting ready to call it a night. I've seen a lot that I like. Let's test the limitations of this trial. Let's see if we're able to export. Maybe it'll export with a watermark. Previous trials, they don't allow you to export anything. But maybe this will allow me to export at least with a watermark. Nope. Oh, hello. Something's happening. Previous trials of this software did not allow you to do this. They basically just didn't let you do anything. Even if you want to export a test, you weren't able to test to see whether your shit would export. But yeah, this is cool. I can live with a watermark. I mean, it's for testing purposes, right? The quality, holy shit. I don't know if this is indicative. I mean, this could be because it's a trial. But the quality of the export is really fucking shitty. It could just be that it's a trial. I don't know. It exported big enough. Let's see here. What did I do wrong? MP4. Let's do super sampling. That's a huge size. Widescreen. That's a big fucking size, okay? Let's do 1920 by 1080. Super sampling. Export. I can live with a watermark. I'm on the fence on whether or not I'm going to buy this. I mean, I always thought even if I wasn't going to use it, that I'm going to buy it anyway because I want to be able to continue experimenting, developing, creating things with it, even if I'm not using it on a professional level anymore because I got other tools, better tools that can do what I need. So I figured I would still buy it, support you with my money. But I'm not sure, man. Yeah, the quality of this render improved. This is 1920 by 1080p. So the quality of this render improved. It looks blurry as hell. You know, I wish you guys could see where I'm standing. At 1080p, it looks pretty blurry. I mean, it's got like this overly aliased, anti-aliased. It's got an overly anti-alias look. Super blurry edges. I guess that's that super sampling. Let's try it without it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks more aliased. You can see the little lines there. You can see the little jagged pixels. It's kind of a nice look. I like aliased, that alias pixelated look. I've always liked pixel graphics, and sometimes I do turn off anti-aliasing, but it looks like their aliasing and their super sampling are kind of fucked up, because by default it should export it the way I see it in the program. Okay, this is how I see it. This is how it should export. Super sampling just does additional anti-aliasing to your line work, so it should make it even finer details. But it looks like it's missing like a middle step there. It looks like it's exporting aliased, and if you do super sampling, it'll export anti-aliased, and that shouldn't be the case. It should export anti-aliased by default, and then super sampling is just an additional layer of that. Yeah, there's something funky going on there. Somewhere in here in the settings, I think it's under preferences. Let me see here. Render. Image. Look at these fuckers, man. Cartoon Animator fully supports the following SVG editors. They have something against Flash, against Adobe Animate, and I don't know what it is. What is it? It obviously supports, you know, Adobe Animate, but they're not willing to admit it. They're trying to hide that. They're trying to, I guess, this stigma that all the amateurs feel that Flash is dead or whatever. And it has nothing to do with that. The Flash player is dead. Nobody uses the Flash player anymore. That's the browser-based thing. This thing never was about the browser-based thing. It's about the video thing. Anyways. Undos. Maybe I should switch that to 100 because 20 was not nearly enough. Let's do 50 for now. I don't know what would happen. Interface. We got light and dark. And large font and UI, I guess they're still stuck on that. They're not able to detect your monitor whether you're using a 4K monitor or not. So they want you to make that choice. Interface, motion, align motion, preview, simulate, bake spring dynamics into motion. Render. Viewport resolution. I don't know what this is. Okay. I mean, I'll grant you, I mean, a lot of this stuff, I don't know what it is. But see, here's the setting, anti-alias. So by default, anti-alias is turned on. So which means I should already, by default, when I export, have a smooth line work. I shouldn't have jagged edges. That is a bug. If I turn off anti-alias, and I save my project because this thing's not gonna. I'm gonna restart it. Hopefully it'll let me open up that saved project. Where is it? Where did I save it to? There it is. Check data error. Please contact RD. I don't know what RD is. Show details. Smart type list. has illegal objects. Okay. I don't know what that was, but I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. I got 29 days left, y'all. I've only been using it for 2 hours. I'm not gonna make a big deal. It's probably just a midnight thing. All right. I changed it to aliased. Okay, to remove the anti-aliased. So I should be seeing aliased line work here. Looks pretty smooth to me. Edit, preferences, display. Anti-alias is not turned on, and yet I'm seeing anti-alias lines. I don't know what to tell you, man. Is it me? Am I just prone to finding all the bugs and all the bullshit? Or is it other people who just don't know any better? And if anybody's watching this, you guys let me know, man. I haven't made up my mind whether to recommend this or not. Obviously, it's a nice program. If you're going to continue working with G2 characters and, you know, I'm never going to recommend G3 characters. But it is a good program if you already have the previous versions of it. I don't necessarily see a big need to upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade because I have no choice. I think I am gonna do it just because I want to continue reviewing and playing and maybe just talking shit about it. I don't know. But I love this program. I wanted to advance, and maybe in my own stupid way, but giving them my, hopefully, just $99, is gonna help stimulate their business amongst all the other purchases that other people are gonna make, and maybe they'll develop a heart and actually, finally, give people like me something that we need, you know? I turned off anti-aliasing, and the artwork is showing up anti-aliased. Let's see what happens when you render it. Let's see if there's a big difference. Export, continue. Hello 2. I'm gonna do another live stream tomorrow. Now that I've had a chance to check this out a little bit more, I'll be able to kind of point out all the flaws and all the strengths that I've found so far. Okay, so this is aliased. I can see it aliased, but let me see what it looks like compared to the other one. Hello 1. Hello 2. It looks exactly the same. I mean, it's a nice aesthetic, but that's not what we want, right? I mean, not in this case. I'm testing it. This is a flaw. This is a bug, guys. This needs to be fixed. Wow. Wow. See, I have a feeling I know why. During the development process, all these guys over there, they all have like 4K monitors, so they're able to see everything big, and they don't bother working on something smaller. Like this thing is like a 2K monitor here. They don't bother testing. They don't bother testing like the upscaling factors and everything. They're doing it based on what they have, and I guess they expect everybody else to have what they have. I mean, that's definitely one of the reasons why they have this like that. It looks great right now, but it's supposed to look aliased, and it doesn't. Oh well, fuck it. What else can we test? Yeah, I'm getting ready to call it a day. This was fun. This is kind of like a let's play. I'm just fucking clicking on shit and talking my mind and you know, discovering things. This is really cool that, you know, this thing was available. I didn't see any announcements, but the the download for the trial is obviously there, which means maybe they'll release the actual product today, November the 1st, or sometime within the next day or two, or I don't know, soon, because the trial is there, or somebody probably just fucked up and pushed a button and pushed it to the Reallusion Hub. Reallusion.com. Let's take a look at their homepage. Yeah, no, they haven't. They still have it on a pre-sales campaign. It says coming soon in November. When in November? I don't know. This is only going to be available to Windows users. So, yeah, if you're a Mac user, why are you using Macs? I'm not gonna blame them for that. But they are a company. They have money to develop, and they're developers. It's in their best interest to develop for the most platforms possible. If you're not doing it, that's on you. You're cutting yourself off with a good chunk of your revenue, unless there's literally not enough people on that platform that, okay, maybe that's the case. Maybe there's not enough Mac users to warrant that kind of development on a port for the Mac. Now that I've had a chance to test this, I'm looking at these samples here. This is their demo. This is from their website. It looks fucking aliased. It looks blurry as hell, y'all. And I have a feeling it's because of that. These samples look blurry. Well, that one doesn't. But this here, that looks aliased as hell. Limit angle, what is that? Adjustable spring behavior. I'm gonna have to play around with all these new features. I don't know. That looks fucking cool. That looks really cool. I just don't like this type of thing, man. It's just limits. It limits your creativity to just this. We're going to be seeing a flood of animations done in this flat, ugly, wobbly, noodly style from one angle, and the fingers like this. I know they had beta testers, man, but I am willing to bet they did not have any like real animators beta testing this thing. I have a feeling I know what type of folks were testing this, and I'm not gonna say their names, but yeah, those guys are bullshit, those are the guys that are actually influencing the development of this. And it's really sad that it's going in this direction. FFDs. What are FFDs? Different motions with the same FFD. Freeform deformation. Freeform deformation, FFD. Yeah, I can buy that. Different motions for the same FFD. If it doesn't work on G2 characters, it ain't shit. Sorry. Infinite resolution. I think we covered that, and it's not true. I was able to zoom in on your characters that you created And once I got past a certain zoom scale, it got blurry as hell, and it started doing that vectorized bullshit 100%. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna have to read it, but it was blurry, guys. It was not no damn infinite resolution. Adjustable colors and styles. That's fucking awesome. I guess you guys are gonna be bringing in vector-based G3 characters that are compatible with something similar to the vector grouping tool. We'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna play around with it tomorrow some more. Yeah. I'm probably gonna repeat a lot of this stuff tomorrow, but at least tomorrow it'll be more like I'm coming in from a standpoint of I already had a chance to check it out. Right now, everything that I'm doing is first view, first discovery. Let's see here. Wings, Freebone, Animate, Project, Accessory, Animation, 2D Motion, 3D Motion, Perform, FFD Motion, Scene. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's got some kind of cool stuff, dude. Animals, G3 animals. I don't know. I mean, I wish they would have captured my interest a couple versions ago enough for me to want to explore those things. But no, I'm done with all that. All of this shit is the same that's been there for the last 3 versions. Media, video, all search. There's nothing in that video section. Bunny. Recent downloads, free resource. Here's a text field. Okay, let's do one more test and then we'll call it a night. So here's our ball. File, export. Export movie. SVG. Call it fuck. Include hidden layers, enabled, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna select OK. Default export. SVG opens up perfectly fine, I guess. In Edge, we got some weird fucking artifacting happening here. But see, that's the trouble with SVG. It's so fucking limited. You can't have animated SVG files. Okay, that's not a thing. Look how ugly this looks. Look, you see this white line here? This is an SVG file. That's an SVG file. Let's see how it handles. I want to have a comparison. So here's the SWF ball. Rigged prop. Brings it in. It makes me go inside the editor, which all I'm going to do is say fuck you and get out of there. So that added an extra useless step to my workflow. I fucking hate that. SVG, drag and drop from Flash. It's a prop. I don't know what this is. Issues found. Unsupported objects will be removed. Yeah, I'm sure there's like, you know, line details and stuff. View in browser. It's giving me that preview inside of Chrome. Open error log. Cannot find any child on the root. I don't know what that means. Open warning log. Cannot find child. Cannot find match Use tag name use. I don't know what that is. Learn more. It sent me to this page. Reallusion.com. Yeah, I'm sure I can learn more. Let's hit close. It did not work. I have an SVG file, perfectly valid SVG file. It's not supported. Is it not supported because of Flash, because of Adobe Animate? Let's try exporting it with a couple of extra changes. Embed image location, maybe include hidden layers, flatten image groups. Let's try that first. Let's see if that does any difference. Well, hell the fuck oh. Okay. I'm not happy about this fucking line work on the edges. But it brought it in. So this is my SWF file. It's called ball. That's the one selected. This is the one that's called fuck. Put it next to each other. So this is SWF and this is SVG. Let's see if there's any difference. Reallusion. This is SWF. This is your Flash format. This is your wonderful SVG format. Do you not see this bullshit? Look at these fucking white lines in here in the middle. Look at the spacing. Look at this fucking pixelation. What the hell is going on, guys? Is this really a step in the right direction? Look. This is your wonderful, beautiful piece of shit SVG implementation. This is the old-fashioned Flash format that you hate so much. Why the fuck would I want to work with this? One reason. Give me one reason why I would want to work with this. SVG is great if you translate it properly, if you make use of it properly. It's fine. But you're obviously doing something weird here that is not kosher. How the fuck is a vector format that's SVG, okay? If you truly handled SVG properly, this would not be fucking blurry. This is not vector. You have taken this SVG file, from far away it looks fine. You have taken this SVG file and somehow rasterized it. And, you know, Adobe Animate has something called bitmap caching, and I know that that's probably what's going on here. Right click. Where's the library? I haven't used this in a million years. Properties. Advanced. Somewhere in here there is a setting that you can change so you can take this vector image and enable bitmap caching for it. I hardly ever use it unless I have a lot of stuff to work with. So I don't remember where it was the access point. Yeah. Somewhere in here there's a function that will allow you to do that. And it does exactly that. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to waste any more time with it. But yeah, you can take a vector image and you can enable a layer called bitmap caching, which based on the zoom level, it turns it into a bitmap in real time so that it doesn't have to be calculating all those vector points and curves on every single frame. So it optimizes the play rate. That is 99% sure. I'm 99% sure that that's what's happening here. You guys have some kind of bitmap caching layer that's turning this vector thing into a bitmap, and you are claiming that you have infinite resolution. Do you have infinite resolution? Does this look infinite resolution to you? I mean, this is Flash. This is infinite resolution. Look how clean and sharp and crispy that is. Look how fucking blurry this is. This is your SVG format support. And you have the audacity, guys, to claim you have, you know, all these other tools as support. Why not admit that you support Flash? Put all your support behind it. It works. It's not going anywhere. I am so tired, man, of talking. I know I'm not gonna make a difference, but I can see some benefits to some of these things that I've seen today. Let me see this. Try to squeeze out. It's cute, man. It's fucking adorable. Yeah. And that's on that Flash-based sprite. So, you know what? I am going to buy your tool. I'm going to continue to develop in certain things for it. Certain things that use Adobe Animate and the Flash format. Hopefully people will continue to see the benefit of that format. And maybe they'll start demanding it. I can only hope. God. 40% like what I saw so far. 60% still disappointed. I'm gonna have to explore. Why the fuck is this here? The men's suits for character creator? I bought the suits for character creator. Are you telling me that somehow I'm able to bring in character creator clothing and apply it to my characters? What the fuck is this? Why is that even here? RL motion. What the fuck is that even doing here? That's another bug. What else we got? That's gonna be my new catchphrase from now on. That's another bug. I mean, I've been playing with this thing for about 2 hours or so, and I've already discovered so many bugs and shortcomings and things that you guys still haven't fixed. That's kind of ridiculous. 2G3. Let's see. Demo projects. I do want to learn more about that secondary motion, the little physics thing that you guys seem to have. I'm gonna, well, let's see. Do you guys have a manual? Is it available? I mean, technically you guys haven't released it yet, so I don't expect you guys to have a manual. No. This is the Cartoon Animator 4 manual. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the documentation. Help user manual F1 on your keyboard. Let's try it again. Yeah, it opened up on this thing here. So Cartoon Animator 4 manual opens up. So yeah. So the manual's not online yet. It's gonna take a while. 3D motion to 2D characters. Do I have any motions right now? I disconnected my network drive, so from the film that I'm working on now, I wonder if I have any mocap that I can kind of play around with. Let's see here. So this is RL motion. Well, let's bring in one of your actor characters. Human. G3 human. Gonna bring in this blue guy. I'm just gonna drop this. I think these are fight motions from my film. It's perpetually stuck on a T-pose. What happened there? Oh, okay. I guess there's a lot of more work to be done. Look at that motion here. This is the character moving and punching and getting punched and stuff. And yeah, you know, there's stuff in there that kind of works. I don't know what this import 3D motion bullshit is. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to do this on a G2 character, because that's really, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters to me. Let's see if we can get a G2 character in here. No, they have a G2 character here. Let's get that fucking bunny, the buddy character. I bet you they didn't. Oh man, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna jump to a conclusion. Let's see what happens. All right, it brought in the motion. It didn't give me any bullshit with the panels or anything. That's fine, but it allowed me to bring in the motion. I'm happy with that. That's good. Whew. Okay. So let's do 8,000 frames so we can have enough range of motion to work with. Here is your G2 character, and we're gonna do a G3 human character, this guy here. I'm gonna resize him. It's roughly the same height. So that one already has the motion applied. Okay, that ball needs to go. I'm going to apply that same motion to this character. We'll just kind of compare next to each other. And you have to go through all sorts of different steps, I guess. I don't know what any of this stuff is, but I'm assuming there's like different settings and things that I can activate. And all right, flip body, root motion, foot contact. It's worth exploring, but not to me. Hmm. 69 XXX.fun private dating chat girls. I'm pretty sure you're a bot. Okay. Camera tracking. There's stuff here that's probably worth exploring, but it doesn't feel like it's worth exploring for me, because at the end of the day, this is just gonna apply to that one angle. Let's see what happens. Apply to timeline. Some kind of intermediary flattening that's taking place. So that's the same motion on both characters. Do I have to say anything? Do I have to say anything? Let's let me find one of my G2 characters. Let's do Kevin. He's kind of tall. Here he is. Oh, you son of a bitch. You motherfuckers. No fucking way. Okay. I just dragged and dropped a G2 character from outside and it did not take it. Wow. Oh, shit. Oh. No way. I don't believe it. I must be doing something wrong. I have got to be doing something wrong. I mean, dragging and dropping must be terribly wrong. I'm gonna download a couple of characters from toontitan.com. Characters. We're gonna grab this minion. Wait, I need to log in. I need to get this XXX dating dude off my chat. YouTube channel. Okay. That should get rid of them. Alright, so back to toontitan.com. We'll go to the catalog. We'll go to characters. We'll grab this minion. Instant download. So we're gonna take that guy and where's my download? Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna put him here for now. Oh, I'm gonna drop him in here now. It worked. So I'm not sure why it was the other one wasn't working. So that might be something else that I did, or maybe my file is corrupt. Object animation. So here's the difference between a well-made G2 character and a well-made G3 character. We have that animation done there. Blue, just gonna drag and drop it. No bullshit, it just works. Why the fuck would you want to use these so-called G3 characters? Look at this. I know you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, right? Why? Why would you want to use a G3 character when the older format is obviously more superior, more advanced? Look at the angle. Look at the movement. Okay? It's not the fault of the software with the sprite switching and everything if you don't know how to animate. I mean, or create characters, right? Or your characters that you buy from the marketplace are not very well made. You know, you're going to give it this stigma like, oh, there's this weird sprite switching and all this crazy crap happening. If the character is well made, it's going to work. Look at this. I don't know too much about the G3 characters or how I can take a body part from a G3 character and just switch. But I know when it comes to a G2 character I can. I can take, let's see if I have some heads here. Assets and props. Is it under body shop? Maybe it's under assets and props. No. I guess I don't have alternate heads here. Why don't I have alternate heads? Alright, that's gonna be something for me to kind of look into. I thought I had the different heads. I need to upload the alternative heads for this. So anyways, I'm going to take this Kevin model and download him. I'm going to take this Jesse character and I'm going to download him. So here's Jesse. Drag and drop. Any G2 character, especially if they're made from the same base model, they'll work even better. I can cannibalize any of these body parts. I think I have to go into composer mode first. So head, save, Jesse. So I can go into any other G2 character, replace the head, mix and match my body parts to create my own custom characters, even if I don't know how to draw. So now I have that. I don't see that kind of functionality in G3 characters. Why the fuck would I want to use those? Look at that. Multiple angles. Works perfectly fine with motion capture. Real 360-degree turns. And this is just by default, okay? If you once you apply some kind of motion to this, you go back in there and manually tweak the sprites and make them warp and animate and, you know, add squash and stretch or whatever you need to do to it, and you can create super high level animation with just a little bit of extra effort. But even if you don't, it still looks pretty decent, you know? Look at this. This is the pose. This is bullshit. That's all I gotta say. But you know what? I am glad, I am happy that you haven't fucked up the ability to work with Adobe Animate with the Flash format, that you did not neuter the ability to work with G2 characters. That's the most important thing. As long as we can continue doing this, I don't give a fuck if you leave it out of your documentation. People who know are gonna want to continue working with this. People who are working with more advanced forms of animation, people who want to get the best out of their original content, their original creativity, they're gonna want to continue using this. And I just want to thank you for not fucking that up. Yeah, that's it. I'm done for today. Bye.